Welcome to another teacher tip video on how to do the ecosystems kit for 5th grade. So first thing you need to do is start to collect 2-liter bottles. The main part of the activity, main part of the kit is students make these eco columns, and for each eco column they need 3 2-liter bottles. Make sure they're the clean ones with the straight sides and not the ones that have the curved sides. So if each class has 8 eco columns, they'll need 24 bottles. That is your goal. Once you receive the bottles, bring them in, take the labels off, rinse them out, and then you need to cut them up and prepare them for the eco column. So I'll show you what that looks like. And all these directions are very clearly laid out in the teacher's guide. I'm just giving you a quick tutorial. But what you'll see is you're going to make one of the bottles is going to be your terrarium, one of the bottles is going to be the aquarium, and the other bottle is going to be the connector. So one of the bottles, you'll cut and remove this piece. One of the bottles, you'll cut and remove the bottom. That's going to be the terrarium. It's labeled T. And then the other one, you cut and remove the top, and that's going to be the aquarium. So this is all part of the prep work you would do before you actually get started in the kit. Obviously, you got the bottles. You have them cut and ready. The other thing you're going to want to do a couple weeks before you want to get your living materials delivered, you're going to want to order them. So when you look in your kit, you're going to find the teacher information packet. And inside that, you're going to find these cards so you can go ahead and order your living materials. What you're going to get are snails, fish, algae, duckweed, elodea, some crickets, and some isopods. So when you have these cards, mail them into or fax them in, or you can email them as well. Fill out the information here for where you want them delivered, and they do request 2 weeks ahead of time, so give them 2 weeks notice for when you want the materials to be delivered. When the materials are delivered, you're going to want to store them pretty immediately. So your kit comes with an ecosystem starter kit. Those are going to have 9 of these tanks and lids just like that. All the directions are in your teacher's guide on how to care for all the living critters. The kit also comes with some water conditioner, so you'll have to condition the water. Again, all the directions are in the teacher's guide. But at this point, we should have our bottles ready, we should have our living materials ordered, and then we can start to think about getting the terrarium and the aquarium prepped up and ready for the living materials to be arrived, or to be delivered. Okay, so now you're ready to start digging in and put the eco column together. The first thing we're going to do is put together a terrarium. And that's going to be this bottle right here. First thing we need to do is find a piece of screen in your kit, put it over the opening, and you're going to take a rubber band and seal it to that. All right. So now that you got your mesh screen on the bottom, you can put it in a 9-ounce cup to support your terrarium. First thing you need to do is to add 1 full 9-ounce scoop of the aquarium gravel. There's your gravel. And then your kit also comes with another box that's going to have potting soil in it as well. So I've already gotten some of that out. You're going to want to put 2 big scoops of potting soil on top of the gravel. Okay, so we've got our gravel, we've got our potting soil. Now what the students do is start adding water to it. All these directions are in the teacher's guide. Once they add some water to it to get moist, they keep track of how much water it takes until the water starts to drip through. Then they divide the terrarium into 4 equal parts, and it says you can either put some toothpicks in there, the kids can use a little finger or a pencil and make a line, but they want to make 4 different sections of their terrarium. And what they do at that point is add the seeds. The kit will come with a bag that'll have all the seeds in it. What you got is some mustard seeds, some alfalfa, and some ryegrass. Once they put them in, then they can label the different areas of what the seeds are. And of course, there's 4 areas, there's 3 sets of seeds. So the other quadrant is what you're going to put some loose leaf litter that you find outside, some sticks, any kind of stuff that you would find, some grass, whatever you find in the schoolyard, just put that in one of the quadrants. So you're going to put the seeds in 3 of them, and then the leaf litter and other organic material in the other one. So that's going to be the terrarium that they're going to set up. Okay? After they've observed the terrarium, they got the seeds going, hopefully the living critters are on their way. I would suggest having the aquarium set up so that way when the living critters do arrive, you can start to use them as soon as possible. For the aquarium, what we're going to do is start out by adding 1 full cup of gravel. And then you're going to fill it with treated water until they say it's about 4 centimeters from the top. So I'll just put it right there. And that is going to be your aquarium. First thing you're going to do when you get your materials is you're just going to put plants in there. You're going to put some elodea, some duckweed, and you're going to put some algae in there. Have the kids observe that for a while. Then you'll add the guppies and the snails and other aquatic animals. So they're going to have the aquarium going for a while. They're going to have the terrarium going for a while. And then what they're going to do ultimately is put it together and make a eco column. So the way to do that is to get our connector piece. You're going to add some box sealing tape to the connector so that it connects to the terrarium. Once you got the connector piece established, then you're going to finish it by putting the terrarium on top. And now our entire eco column is able to be moved around, make observations. You can set it off to the side and bring it out. But what we'll have is you'll have plants growing, you'll be watering them. The water will go down, go into our aquarium, and that's where the aquatic animals will go ahead and take care of business in terms of the eco column. So this is how we set up the eco column. Once again, make sure you got your tubes or your 2-liter bottles ready ahead of time. Make sure you have your living critters ordered ahead of time. Once these are established, in addition to all the observations that they make, there's activities that deal with pollution. They do different things to treat the eco column and just looking to see how this ecosystem works. That's the whole goal, is to use this as our model system to bring in all those concepts that we're going to be teaching about. Just want to let you know, in addition to that, the last thing is there are some additional resources that Civil has designed, activities that are aligned right with the North Carolina standards. And you'll see those available online, and we actually have some additional resources that we've included in the kit that deal specifically with the North Carolina standards. Great, have fun. There's a lot of living materials. There is some management in terms of the materials, but this is one of the more popular kits that we have, and the kids really seem to enjoy making these observations and getting involved with how an ecosystem works.